Hi, I'm Monica. On-trail lunch is my favorite part of the day. We take time to have a hot meal, rest, and laugh. Join us every day on the Appalachian Trail as the water boils.
So for today's As the Water Boils, our friends, our friend from the CDT, the Wandering Kiltsman, you can find him at Instagram, the Wandering Kiltsman, and I think he's got a YouTube channel also. But we're gonna eavesdrop on Monica doing a little audio recording, which we've been doing for Patreon as we walk down into towns, and she talks about where we sort of recap each section. This is the section from Uncle Johnny's to Damascus. I don't know how many miles, 140 or something. Anyway, here's Monica.
Leader from our church brought a couple kids, came to see our kids, and then also brought two surprise people that were, one was my friend and some other kids that kids were happy to see. So that was a really fun time. And then we all walked together for, how many miles did they do?
30
miles. They walked with us. So basically like 2 days and a little bit, 2.5 days. Then they left us. They had shuttled the car. They left us, and we were sad because it was really fun to have them, and we slowed down a little bit, which was nice. Always nice. Had some fires. Always good for the soul. Have a fire at the end of the day. So as soon as we left them, it started raining. And we started a giant hill at the same time, so that was fun. I think it rained and rained and rained. I actually don't remember what happened at the end of that day, but I know it rained and rained and rained and rained.
Yeah, you do.
What happened?
We were climbing at Roan Mountain.
Oh, is that the same day?
Uh-huh.
Oh gosh, that was a long afternoon. Okay, so we left them at their car in the morning. It started raining. We started climbing up Roan Mountain into the Roan Highlands, and it was just raining and raining and lightning and thundering and raining sideways, and wind was gusting, and I don't know if that's the word, gusting, but just really rough weather. And we have a friend, a good friend, who has a mountain house sort of near there. It was a little bit far off trail, and he had been saying, use my house, you guys are so close to my house, but we were thinking it was too far off the trail. But when the weather became so nasty, we were like, hey, is it really empty? He said, yeah, sure. And he's so great. His name's Scott Brickhouse. He's so great. We were like, all right, we're going to figure out how to get there. Thank you for letting us stay. And then he called back like 20 minutes later and said, hey, I got you a ride. So he got us a ride. So it was going to take two shifts of rides with like 2 carloads because we were such a big group. And we had also added a friend who we met, same as 2 Tents or Tyler. So we invited him to come with us because it was just miserable out there on the mountain, and he was trying to go same place we were. Anyway, so 2 carloads. So we basically made 2 groups, fast group and the slower group, and I'm not going to say slow group, faster group and slower group. So it basically ended up being the males went ahead and all the females stayed together, and so they went ahead, finished about an hour ahead of us, and our ride from Scott, his name was Dwayne, his brother-in-law, who's super kind.
Uncle.
Also.
It's his uncle, I think.
Oh, it's his uncle?
Yeah, because Christine's his aunt. They're just weird. They
Gosh,
cross
right,
generations.
They have a weird family. He's the same age, but anyway.
Weird.
Something's happening. Getting a call on the phone.
Oh, you are? Here, let me see the phone. Hang on.
We interrupt this recording to get a phone call from Vince's phone.
Yeah, it's off now.
Okay.
Hang on, let me make sure. Yeah, it's recording still, so carry on.
First carload goes to town. My group, which was, it was me, Aiden, Georgie, and June. Georgie, Aiden, June, and me. Came about an hour and a half behind. So Vince dropped everybody out, or got everybody back to the house and came back and got us. Good timing. So that was crazy rough weather. We were just doing what we could to make it, but we needed to get down. There were tornado warnings, and it was just rough weather. So we got to Scott's. It's amazing. Clean and warm, and everybody has their own bed, and there's TV, and there's food that he's like, we're gonna have to throw a bunch of stuff away when we go back anyway.
No rush, huh?
Yeah. So eat what you want, because we're gonna need to throw it all away anyway. So we basically just had the best 0 day. We stayed the next day, got everything washed, got everything, and we just relaxed. It was great. So then we left there and had a couple days to Kinkora, right? Checking my timeline with it.
Yes.
Okay, a couple days to Kinkora Hostel, which
No, 1 day.
1 day. These days are taking a long time.
Yeah.
Because we've had some horrible weather, but
well, because we woke up and we were going to have to be in the rain again. Remember?
Yes, we woke up from Scott's and knew we were headed back into rain, but we couldn't take another 0 because we didn't want to do that. So off to Kinkora Hostel, where we had a box we needed to pick up for resupply. And we got there, which is like, apparently the man who runs it, Bob Peoples, is one of the original Appalachian Trail Council members. Am I wrong? I think I heard someone say that. That can't be right. It can't be right. Because he's not that old. At least I don't think he... Anyway, doesn't matter. He's a very nice guy. He's like an institution on the trail. He runs this hostel just for like donations only, and super interesting guy. He's a hiker. So we stayed there for the night, got our boxes, left. Everything was just soaking. Well, actually that's not true. Everything wasn't soaking. We got enough stuff dried. He had a dryer and washer. We got to get our socks dry and everything, which was good. But so then the next day we left in the rain early morning. Was that just yesterday that we did that?
No. I don't think so.
I can't remember.
No, because we had a light rain day leaving there, where we had a good afternoon. Right?
Yes. Where did we stay that night that we left, though? I can't remember.
No, yeah, because it's 2 days to here from there.
Right, so that was just yesterday morning?
Yeah, I guess it's yesterday morning.
Okay, so
Yeah,
we've made the longest day of our lives yesterday, apparently. So we left Kinkora early, about 6, and it was raining, and it rained, and rained, and rained, and rained all day. And the trail was just flooded all day. So, it was just really an effort to keep our stuff dry, and we did get to stop under a picnic table near Watauga Lake. So we got to at least drive while we were eating, which is, of course, my thing for lunch. I have to love lunch. So that was helpful, but then we went back out and it rained and rained and rained and rained again. So I think we ended up going 28 miles?
No, 24.
Really?
25.
25.
Something.
Felt like 20. It was a long day.
It was a long
25
day.
miles. We stayed at a shelter about 25 miles from Damascus. So that's what we're doing today.
In the...
And we are on our way into town to stay at a church-run hostel called The Place in Damascus. Damascus is full. Everywhere is seemingly has no room. There's no room in the inn for us, but The Place, they had room. So what else? So we're going there. We're excited to get there. It's Vince and I at the back. I think the fast kids are
Probably already there.
probably already in Damascus, waiting for us.
4.5 miles ahead.
Listing her name. Trying to think what else we've accomplished a little.
Mindy.
In the last few days, but in the rain, it has been wow hard to do, and it's amazing how much the sun affects everyone's spirits. I mean, we're all just like so happy to have the sun out today.
Yeah, it's been good.
It has just been raining and raining and raining.
All right, so I have a couple questions.
Some questions.
What'd you think about those sort of highlands, weird sort of pockets of forest?
You mean the Roan Hut?
We'd hit those tops of those peaks, and there'd be this really cool evergreen forest with all the moss and lichen.
Yeah, there has been some really cool, almost like rainforest type of stuff that we've walked through. Not rainforest, but evergreens, but just everything's so wet and green, like green everywhere on all surfaces. I love that. It's been, I mean, it was raining while we went through it, I think, but it's really beautiful. It kind of fairy story. Fairies live
Fairy
there.
tale. And then, let's see, Mindy Bennett wanted to know about your feet.
Oh, Mindy Bennett.
How your feet are doing.
My feet have been better. They're not horrible, but I am having some arch pain. It's not my usual heel ankle stuff. It's a little bit different on my only one foot, so I'm taping that one kind of more rigidly to keep a little more support in the arch, but I don't know. I could... Not sure what it's from. It's kind of weird. I have not been rolling out my calves like I should. I will say that. So that I should probably start doing that again. I do have new shoes coming. It's about time for that.
And with the sun and longer days, we'll probably take longer lunches, I would think.
Yes, we have not really been getting any rest on the...
Yeah.
Not any, but much less rest in the middle of the day because we're trying to beat weather patterns, or we're just trying to, if the rain's coming, we gotta go. So, yeah, there's been some of that. I mean, they're overall good, just that 1 foot area. I don't know. I'm not quite sure what to do about it. I think we did get that rest day at Scott's, which was, I think I needed that after a really long day to get there. So that was good. That's my foot update. Probably not taking care of them, or not doing my rolling is the only thing I really know else to do about it. I was researching some foot anatomy because I don't really even know what I'm feeling, or what tendons or whatever this is. It's kind of underneath the bone on the inside of the foot. So I'm gonna research. It's kind of my go-to. What to do about something. Let's research.
What if it says you have to cut off your foot? What will you do?
I will not cut off my foot. I don't think anybody's gonna tell me to cut off my foot.
I'm just checking.
Okay.
Like what lengths you'll go to.
Well, I'm sure it's gonna say rest first.
Oh, right.
It always says rest.
It does? Okay,
yes,
well, we can rest.
Right. It's rest, ice, compression, elevation. That's what everybody says about all injuries like this. So,
You think it's injury or soreness, or you think it's like...
It is not just soreness.
Okay.
So, that's that. Got any more questions?
I don't.
I really am supposed to rain again, not tomorrow, but the day after, and it's really pretty chilly. So I'm not looking forward to that. I'm really hoping some good weather is on our way, because it is not fun, all this rain. I'll say that. Not my favorite. Yeah, the sun makes a huge difference. So, been listening to a lot of different things. Been listening to this book about mental illness. I've been listening to stuff about the Civil War. That's what we're doing with school. Yeah, there's a lot of listening going on during rainy days because everybody's just trying to make it through. So no one's really, you can't really talk in a howling wind and rain. So, anyway, looking forward to some better weather. But grateful for the sun, grateful for the things we've had, the opportunities we've had to dry out for sure. So,
All right.
I don't know, that's it.
Good. All right. There it is. We're in
Thank you,
Damascus,
everybody.
in Virginia, almost 500 miles.
Almost 500 miles.
Yep.
Having fun.
Good job. Thanks,
All right.
Monica.
Bye.
All right. See you later.
Thanks for watching. For even more riveting content, visit our Patreon page.